and the Lamb that was slain before the foundations of the world, being the brightness of your glory and express image of your person. We yield to your spirit that will likeness to your truths, that we would not just be hearers of your word, but doers of your word also in Jesus' name. Amen. Can somebody check Facebook and make sure that we on? We on? Good, good. Can you hear it though? Make sure anybody's saying we can't hear. I tried to cut it up a little louder. You can hear it? Well, ain't nobody saying on there can't hear it or yet. Okay, good. We good then. We good. We good. Okay? We good. You heard it, right? Jesus is our example, supply, and reward. As we have looked at in the previous on the previous Sundays, okay? That he has the ability to take on different forms, okay? And the forms that he take on, right? Demonstrate the durability and flexibility of the regenerated heart, which is on the inside of us. Okay? So you can understand when you see him taking on different forms, just understand you have the ability to be connected to him. So this is a way it can show the durability and flexibility you have on the inside of you. Okay? We seen him take on the form of a servant. Okay? He is willing to become anything and do anything for God. His motto, he became nothing so others can become something. Or he became nothing, okay, so others can become something. All right. We also seen last week that he took on the form of a soldier. Okay. He'll go anywhere, deployment, and fight anything or anybody, internal and external. His motto was, he will die so others can live. This is the soldier, okay? For this lesson, I want to look at him taking on the form of an athlete. I'm talking about the athletic Jesus, okay? To give it to you this way, he will take on any opponent, okay, or any obstacle to obtain the prize. He will take on any opponent. I'm going to put in parentheses their sin. Okay? Any obstacle, I'm going to put in parentheses there the cross. Okay? For what? To obtain the prize. Okay? Throw this in here so you can get your mind thinking along these lines. Are you a believer athlete? Or are you just a Christian? You ever notice sometime when you think of the word Christian, you don't see the flexibility in who you are. You don't see the durability in the regenerated heart, okay, to do what? Switch gears. Okay? Notice this with Jesus. He's the author and finisher. Well, he got to switch gears that fast. See? Your heart, the regenerated heart, has that same ability. Okay? You need to understand that. Okay? Why? Because you're going to be in situations where you have to switch gears. You see what I'm saying here? And one of the things that hinder us is the fact that you don't see your Christianity in this way. You think I'm supposed to act one way all the time. Well, like him all the time. And he's one image, many dimensions. See? Are you understanding what I'm saying? Are you a believer athlete? Why is this important? Because with that understanding, you need to be after something. You need to be on it. You need to be after the prize. That's why I'm saying, so you can understand the mindset of who Jesus really is and what he's after, because you're going to see within your Christianity, you just want to be a good citizen. You ain't after nothing for real. You see what I'm saying here? And we have to make sure, hold on, that we really are being like him. See? Well, in what form? Are you like him in the form of a servant? Are you like him in the form of a soldier? Are you like him when it comes to being athletic? You see what I'm saying here? Which is foreign to most believers. That's why I want to get into it and touch it a little bit. Okay? Let's look into his athletic ability. Let's look at it so we can understand it for ourselves. Okay? Hebrews 12 verse 2 says, looking unto Jesus, the author and finisher of our faith, okay, who for the joy set before him endured the cross, despising the shame, or thinking little of it, okay, part of the course, part of the route, isn't it, huh? Who sat down at the right hand of the throne of God, or he obtained the prize. Sat down at the right hand of God, he won. He got the victory, okay? Jesus is athletic, okay? A lot of times when you're looking at the historical Jesus and stuff through a colonized lens, you miss the fact that he's athletic. Be careful when Christmas coming up, the season of Christmas coming up, and you just looking at him through the lens of he came in a manger. You miss a whole bunch of things about who he really is. So you got to be careful. Make sure you're looking at him the right way. Looking unto Jesus, the author and finisher of our faith. He is athletic. Okay? He ran our faith race before us. He's the author and finisher of it. He ran our faith race so that we can know exactly how to run it, get through it, and obtain the prize. Okay? Don't forget, he is your prize. Don't forget, becoming more and more like him, there's no reward there's no reward compared to it. It's real easy. It's real easy to get off becoming more like him as your reward and look at material rewards. Well, I'll say this so you can understand something. When he shows up, everything else he has shows up with him. Huh? The wise men didn't just show up to Joseph and Mary because they were Joseph and Mary. The wise men showed up with their gifts because Joseph and Mary had Jesus with them. Can you see what I'm saying here? When he shows up, everything he has comes with him. Huh? That's why it's so important that you understand our objective is to manifest him in and through our lives, because when he shows up, everything he has comes with him. Are you with me so far? Athletically, faith has preparation and training, opponents and obstacles of various kinds. It has a course and stages. It has rewards and prizes. Okay? Athletically, faith has preparation and training, opponents and obstacles of various kinds, courses and stages, rewards and prizes. Athletically, this is faith. Okay? Now, when you understand this, you'll start being able to pick it out in Jesus' language. See, when you understand it, you'll be able to pick some of this up because when you're looking at him through the lens athletically, you're going to start finding out a lot of things he said was athletically. But if you ain't looking at him that way, you're going to miss a lot of things he's saying. Okay? All right? Okay? You heard him say this, I must be about my Father's business. You heard him say that, didn't you? Right? But yet he didn't go do the Father's business in the form that we think he did. He went and trained for the next 18 years, didn't he? Can you see what I'm saying here? I don't like the fact that sometimes when you look at it theologically, they say they were the years of obscurity because you couldn't see him. I understand what they were saying, but don't think he wasn't doing nothing because you didn't see him. Don't think he wasn't doing nothing because ain't nothing really written about those. Don't think he wasn't doing nothing. No, he was training. Huh? And a lot of times when you are training, when you are preparing, there's nothing being said. Huh? Why? I'm training. Huh? Can you see what I'm saying here and stuff? You rarely hear about any training that the Olympians are going through. But when you hear about them, when it's time to compete, you hear about when it's time to go after the prize, then you hear about them. Huh? You may not hear nothing about those 18 years about Jesus. But when it's time to compete, you hear everything about the story, don't you? Huh? You see what I'm saying here? So don't get caught up in you don't hear nothing, feel nothing, and all this type stuff when you're supposed to be training. I don't need to hear. I know what I'm supposed to be training. You see what I'm saying here? Because a lot of times we want a lot of things to happen, and this is when you're supposed to be training. You see what I'm saying here? You ain't hear nothing about David when he was messing with them sheep, but did you? When did you hear something about him? Huh? When it's time to rumble. Huh? I just want you to understand that so you don't get dismayed, you don't get off course, and not understanding this is a necessary step, right? This is a necessary stage on your course, on your faith race. It's necessary, okay? Now, he also had opponents and obstacles of various kinds, okay? You hear the language like this. Then the Spirit led him up into the wilderness. Well, in the wilderness, he had various opponents and obstacles. Didn't he fast? If you think fasting is not an obstacle, well, try it. Then you'll never understand it until you try to compete on that level. Huh? Nor will you get the reward from it. Huh? You can't get the reward if you ain't compete. You can't. You're going to have to win. You're going to have to get through it. Watch the master. That's why when you see him going into the wilderness, you have to understand he competing at a high level. We are called to compete at that level. Your regenerated heart is designed to compete at a high level. It's designed to. You see what I'm saying here? And you already know he had some opponents there because you know when he got done, the enemy came. You see what I'm saying here? Just so you can see the courses and stages, okay? You'll hear him say things like this. Let's go to other cities. Huh? He must needs go through Samaria. Huh? You'll hear him say something like this. Now is not the time for me to get glorified. Now is not the time. Well, he's in the state. That's why he's telling you. Because he understands his right. He understands his route. He understands his course. I wonder, let me give you this too, because the prizes and rewards. He says, Father, glorify me with the glory I had before the foundations of the world. This is destination person, not destination place. Even though you hear he sat down at the right hand, think that don't go to place, then you're gonna start thinking, I gotta get to heaven. You already secured that when you got saved. Now it's about becoming like him, destination person. Sometimes we think about getting somewhere in life and not becoming something in life. Can you see what I'm saying here? Okay. He says, I have glorified thee on earth. I have finished the work. I have finished. That's the finish. I have finished the work which you gave me to do. Oh, now, Father, glorify me with thy own self. Destination person. With the glory which I had with thee before the world was. Now. The reason I'm saying these things to you so you can understand he ran it first and he's qualified to show you how to do it. Because the objective is to be like him. Okay? Now, watch him on his course. Because you gotta start studying sometimes along this line so you can pinpoint what he's doing. Okay? Now let me give you this. Jesus has an inner image, right? He has an inner course. He has an inner route. When you hear me say route, I'm talking all inclusive, right? I can say it to you this way. He has an inner blueprint. He has an inner map. Okay? I just want you to understand the ability of the regenerated heart and watch the master, right? Because he's functioning from the map he has on the inside. Okay? Can you see what I'm saying here? Now, go somewhere you haven't been before. Try to get somewhere you haven't been before without your GPS. Hmm? You see what I'm saying here? I remember when we didn't have the GPS, you had to read the map. Huh? You ever seen somebody who never read a map try to read a map? Huh? They don't get that little space is really big. They don't get it because they haven't learned how to read a map. Huh? Well, why am I saying this to you? Because you're supposed to be functioning to get where you need to be at from your inner map. Because you're supposed to be like the master. You're supposed to be like Jesus. He's operating from an inner map. Huh? Inner route, inner course, inner image. Okay? Which biblically is just called hope. That's all. If you would never study Jesus and it look like he don't know where he going. Or he's confused about the path he's on. Never. Never. Why? Because he's functioning from the inside. Can you see what I'm saying? Which is hope. And the fact that he got it, you know this. His soul is anchored. You never look at Jesus and see him unstable. How? You never see him flip-flopping. Can you see what I'm saying here? His inner image, watch, his inner image is always set before him. Jesus is always looking forward. What is he looking forward to? He's always looking forward to the prize. Of destination person of what? Getting back to the glory he had with the Father before the world was. We are called to be examples or to live just like that. But somehow we jump into rules and regulations. We jump into do's and don't do this and don't do that and everything. Where your map at? See where your inner map at, okay? Now, let me say this, because when you look at Jesus, you're going to find something out. He has a route. He has a course, right? He got the map on the inside. And you'll hear him talk about the finish line before he even get there. You'll hear him thank the Father about the finish line before he even get there. Because that's how this functions. But here's my point. The fact that he had to go through stages and the fact that he didn't get there yet, this is what I want you to understand. He has to despise the shame that comes with not getting to the end. A man came to a friend's house who asked him to mow the lawn. I mean, it was acres, right? The guy came early, knock it out. He started. He was a quarter way through. The neighbor came over and said, "I'm going to tell them that you're doing a terrible job." He said, "What do you mean?" She said, because look at this. And he said, "Well, I'm not done yet. I'm not done yet." She said, "Well, we'll see." She left. An hour later, she came back. He was only halfway through. She said, "See, look at this. I don't even know why they hired you." He said, "Ma'am, I'm not even halfway through yet. How you going to do this?" She left, came back. When she came back this time, he was finished. When she came back and looked and seen that she was finished, she was like, "Oh, this looks good." He said, "Ma'am, that's because I'm done. I'm finished." Why am I saying it to you? Because you're going to have to deal with some things in your life because things ain't done yet. People are going to look at you and see, hold on, what's going on? You got to let them know, I'm not done yet. At least let me finish. At least let me get through this stage. At least let me complete this phase. But they're not going to let up on you. And you're going to have to learn how to despise the shame. You're going to have to learn how to think little of it, although you're not done yet. You have to learn how to do it. Watch the master, because look at the stuff he had to deal with, although he wasn't at the finish line yet. Huh? You have to learn how to despise the shame. Okay? Now, his race is always set before him, right? Now, the fact that it's set before him, he ain't finished yet, but yet he has something on the inside that lets him know he's on the right path. It's called joy. For the joy set before him. See? Now, this is the qualifier. This is the qualifier. Because when was the last time you were joyful about the map you got on the inside? What was the last? See, this is why some of this becomes, you can tell we get religious. Why? You ain't got no joy about what? About what? About what's set before you. You ain't got no joy about it. And this is where we start to see, hold on, am I really functioning from the inner image? Am I really functioning from the map on the inside? If so, where the joy? Huh? Where the joy? When are you going to get excited about becoming more like him? Few and far between do you run into believer athletes, like few and far between. Why? Because they ain't put the work in to get the map yet. They ain't put the work in, right, to validate it. They ain't put the work in to get excited about it, because you know what? He who promises is faithful to bring it to pass. See where the real work at? Right there. Now you're going to see the ability of joy. Huh? Many of us, we haven't even felt what joy felt like. Huh? You've been happy. Huh? That's because some things happen. Huh? I'm talking about joy. For what? For what's set before you in him. Barely do we really express any kind of excitement about that. Rarely. Huh? When that's required for the believer athlete. Huh? Can you see what I'm saying here? Remember his destination person. He was joyful about the glory he was going to receive that he had before when he gets back to the Father. Now, here's the thing. Let me give you this as well. Okay? Because I'm taking you through the athletic Jesus. Okay? For the joy set before him, he endured. Okay? Now, you're going to have to make sure you're functioning with the right weapons. Okay? Endurance. Okay? Now, notice, when it came to the cross, he endured the cross. Huh? Now watch what I'm saying to you. I'm not saying you can't pray about it. It's not what I'm saying. I'm saying you should know what to be praying for. Endurance. See, this is a way you can, because listen, we're not going to front like you don't have obstacles that you have to go through on a regular basis. Huh? We're not going to act like we don't have hurdles to get over. Internal and external. Some of us, your own attitude is your own hurdle. Huh? Your hurdle ain't got, for some of us, your hurdle ain't got nothing to do with nothing on the outside. It's the fact that you just don't want to confess your sins. It's the fact that you want to blame the stuff you're going through on others. Huh? No, your hurdle is right there. But you're going to have to get some endurance when you face it. Because it's going to take strength to get over. Because there are a myriad of things that keep you from jumping over. There are a myriad of things that keep you from being able to get over this so you can keep going. You'll be surprised. A lot of times it's what? It's the pain. I don't want to deal with the pain. The pain of what? It's your fault. It's your fault. Deal with it. You need some endurance to do what? Deal with the fact that it's my fault. Huh? And some of us, no, I will never. Some of some of us, you will go to your grave because you will not accept the fact that it's your fault. You'll go to the grave. Are you serious? Huh? As messed up as we were before he even got us. Huh? How many times we gotta let you know he knew the condition of the house before he purchased it? Now all of a sudden you would act like it ain't your, some of this stuff is your fault. Huh? Father, this is me. Now you tell me, now I need some endurance. I need some strength to get over me. Because I didn't know I was in the way. I didn't know it was me. I'm pointing fingers at this, and he got to shut all. He got to eliminate all that. So he got to clear that. You know, like a windshield wiper when it's raining. He got to clear all that to let you see it's you. Now you got to deal with the justifications. Now you got to deal with the time you wasted. Huh? Now you got to deal with the lies you created. Now you got to deal with that. It's painful. But if you understand the type of time we on, you understand he has provided a way for us to get through it. Can you see what I'm saying here? Now, watch. Because look at the sequence. Joy set before you, endured the cross, despising the shame. I'm just going to use it this way. I'm just going to use it this way. You got to think little of the fact that it was your fault. You're going to have to learn what? Don't look at nobody else now, because see, what happens is that's too easy for you to do what? Point to somebody else. No, I got to despise, I got to think little of the shame of the things that I caused in my own life. Let alone I hurt others. Huh? Let alone I did this to other people as a Christian. Huh? I did more damage to people as a Christian than I did when I was in the world. Then you find something out. Man, thank God for his mercy. Why? Because some of us, because we ain't dealing with our stuff, you mess people's lives and your own life up. Every time we turn around, you in the middle of something. You see what I'm saying here? And then when somebody deal with you, now you want to get violent. Huh? Can you see what I'm saying here? No, you need a spiritual whooping, man. You need to get checked for real. Huh? Why? You're a problem. Can you see what I'm saying here? But you're going to have to learn how to think little of it. That's why endurance is so important when it comes to this, because you're going to have to learn how to get over you. You're going to have to learn how to listen. Some of y'all, you know what it is? I'm going to tell you what it is. Some people ain't come back and tell you yet how much you hurt them. Oh, they coming, because you're going to have to learn how to deal with it and get over it, because you got a race to run. Huh? So you can understand your stuff stink. Your stuff stink. Don't blame nobody else. Your stuff stink. Huh? Keep you focused a little bit, because some of us, you think, you know what? Not me. No, we'll fart and let's see what it smells like. You've been holding that fart in because you ain't want nobody to smell it. Huh? Yeah. No, you stink. We got provisions here, but you're gonna have to learn how. See, this is why you need your weapons. Huh? And this is one of the ways you're gonna find out your weapons work, when you use them on yourself. Huh? Thank him for his endurance. Why am I saying this? Now listen to me so you can understand something, okay? Joy set before him, endured the cross, despised the shame, got the reward. Joy set before him, endured the cross, despised the shame, got the reward. Why am I saying it? Rewards are built into the system. But for some reason, we ain't praising him about these rewards. We ain't even talking about these rewards. You know why? Because they're foreign to us. They foreign to us. The rewards of what? Of getting over yourself. The hurdle that's in you. Getting over that. I ain't talking about no. I'm about getting over the hurdle that's in you. That's stopping you from getting the prize. Okay? Let him minister to you so you and him can work it out and you can keep moving. Do you, through the eyes of your regenerated heart, see the ability of the athletic Jesus? I just took you through that little thing. Do you see his ability? It's strong. You got to get into it yourself. We only scratching the surface, okay? Do you see that he ran the race before you as your example? He's your example, okay? This is where you ain't got to look to no other. You see what I'm saying here? I mean, this is where your stubbornness should come in at. Where? When I'm just look, I ain't worried about, I'm looking at him right here. Do you see he's the only one qualified to show you how to train, and he's the only one qualified to coach you to run your race and get the victory? That's why it says looking unto Jesus. He's the only one. He ran the race before you. He's your example. Okay? Now. Looking unto Jesus. Get into some things that we need to be doing. Because I wanted you to see him first. And through the eyes of your regenerated heart, you can see the glorified Jesus. Or you can see the athletic Jesus. That's the ability of it. That's the ability of the strong unveiled covenant. Okay? Now listen to me here. Without faith, it is impossible to please him. The word please here means to get in agreement. Without faith, it's impossible to get in agreement with him. Now, you know, when we see faith, we put grace in front of it. Because faith is a receiver of what grace ministers to our heart. For he that come to God must believe that he is, and that he is a rewarder of those who diligently seek him. Okay? Are you in agreement with him about your route? Remember, when I say route, I'm all inclusive. Okay? Without faith, it is impossible to get in agreement with him about your training and preparation, your opponents and obstacles, your course and stages, your rewards and prizes. It's impossible without faith. It's impossible. Okay? Now, here's what I want to say to you about this. Okay? And here's the question. What do you do when you disagree with God about your route? Okay? Okay, I couldn't hear you. You grieve the Spirit? No. You might, but you shouldn't do that. My question is, what do you do when you disagree? No, see, let me get through it, because you are going to disagree with God at one point or another about what? Your route. That's what I'm saying. When it's your route, what do you do when you disagree with him? Okay? Because you got to know, because listen, do you really think Job agreed with God about the stuff that he went through? Do you really think he agreed? That's what I'm saying. What do you do? See, I just want you to understand, because a lot of us, you'll see something here. With your life, you disagree with God, but you did the wrong thing. That's why you ain't getting no results. See, because what happens is we got competing images. That's why we're on the athletic Jesus right now. You got competing images on the inside. You want stuff to go like this, and he's saying, no, it's go like this. And since you ain't in agreement with him, you ain't go nowhere. Wow. See? That's why I'm saying this. It's on the inside. You got your own map. Huh? And he's telling you that map don't work. And every time we turn around, you keep trying to pull out that old map. It don't work. Huh? And see, this is what I'm saying. Are you in agreement? That's why only through faith you will get an agreement. A lot of us, this is what we're doing. We're waiting for him to agree with our map. And you notice he ain't budge. And so year after year, you're still discontent on the inside, trying to figure out what's going to happen. So you've been in this church, you've been in this person, been in this pastor, you done heard this ministry, but nothing solves the problem because you disobedient. Nothing solves it. You ain't go to the ministers and let them know, oh, he told me to go this way, I'm going this way. You ain't start off with that. You start off with all the other stuff. Everything else, what everybody did, and all that stuff you've been through, you start off with all that. But you ain't start off with what he told you to do that you ain't doing. That should have been the first thing out your mouth. He's been telling me to do this and I didn't do it. Oh, this is a real quick session, isn't it? It's a real quick session. You could have saved 6 months. Of pastoral care. You see what I'm saying here? That's why you need to understand what this is. And you got to keep it 1,000. So some of we try to get into this place where, well, I didn't hear what he said. Why? But you hear the devil clear as day. I mean, who you heard that told you to fornicate? Because you heard them real loud. You mean to tell me you ain't hear God saying chill out? Let me keep going. See, sometimes you gotta really look at some of these things because we play these games. You see what I'm saying here? And we want people around us to play the game with us. And then when they don't, now you're frustrated. Well, I think I need another church. Well, you probably do. Because this platoon ain't having it. Now, what do you do when you disagree with God about your route? Okay? If you disagree, and you will, this is the thing, and you will, okay? Listen to me well. Stay in agreement with him. Stay in compliance. You can disagree with him, but still be obedient to him. Why? Because it's by faith. Do you trust the fact that he'll clear everything up for you? That's why it's by faith, and this is what messes a lot of people up. That is by faith. And his route ain't clear enough for you. Well, you got to understand why sometimes it ain't clear enough, because you only can handle one aspect of it. Because if he gave you everything else, you'll mess it up. He gave you that one. This is what you need to be doing right now. More will come, but do this right here. And you arguing and complaining about that one thing right there. This is what it is, right here. That little thing right there. You ain't get over that one thing. If you to stay with him, he'll let you know. I'm going to clear everything up in a minute, but I need you to do this first. Now, watch what I'm saying to you. Because it comes back to some fundamental things. Do you really believe your steps are ordered? Do not sing the worship song. Do not pray if you don't believe it. Because anytime he does something that doesn't compute or add up on your map, now all of a sudden you're mad. Well, I thought you believed your steps are ordered. Do you really believe he got you? Although you got to walk through the valley of the shadow of death, do you really believe it? See? Now let me say this. Because some of us are in situations where you only in agreement as long as things are mutual. For example, if you're in a relationship, as long as you're getting treated a certain way, you're cool. But as soon as something happens outside of that, right? Now you start questioning things. Well, hold on. Let me finish because I want you to understand something. Because we have a concept of love, right? That we think everything's supposed to be mutual. The big word, reciprocity. Huh? Lauryn Hill. Huh? Well, hold on. Because I know that as a believer athlete, I'm going to be in situations where everything ain't mutual. But I'm still called to love. This is where a lot of people get messed up because they think love's supposed to be a mutual exchange. And so since I'm not getting the love that I think that I'm supposed to have, I'm going to withhold my love from you. Huh? Well, hold on. Because you know that individual ain't looking at Jesus. Because how many times have he loved you and you couldn't love him back? Huh? Because love is about a responsibility, not about mutual exchange. Huh? See, the reason I'm loving this person is because I'm committed to him more than I'm committed to you. So this is the way when you're not doing what you're supposed to do, it doesn't stop my commitment to him of loving you. I trust him. Can you see what I'm saying here? This does not mean you go ahead and get abused. That's where people get messed up at. No, well, I'm just gonna let them run over me. That's not what I said. And this is where a lot of people get things messed up because they have a distortion of love. Huh? I said love. I didn't say get abused. See, and when you don't understand it, listen to me well. You're gonna get abused because you don't understand it. If you don't get abused, you're probably the one doing the abusing. Huh? You see what I'm saying here? And there are myriad of ways in which go to Ephesians 6. Verse 5. Servants, be obedient to them that are your masters according to the flesh. Okay? With fear and trembling and singleness of your heart, as unto who? That's why I'm doing it. Huh? Now you have to be careful with some of these because the history of slavery, which is the distortion of these things. So you have to don't use the distortion as the real thing. Huh? Can you see what I'm saying here? Although those who practice slavery, shadow slavery, okay, in the West, listen to me well, many of them were professing Christians. But don't use the distortion as the real thing. Okay? Why? Because they took some of these scriptures and did them wrong. Okay? Do you see what I'm saying here? All right? You need to understand that. Okay? Because that's going to be hard to erase in the history of America. It's going to be hard to erase. Many people want to and stuff like that. What I'm saying is you understand what it is. Okay? So this way you can move forward. Okay? Does not mean you're not going to deal with certain things in the earth. Remember this too. You battle not against flesh and blood. Okay? So you don't get stuck with a person or a group of people that's doing it and stuff. You understand what's influencing them. Okay, so you can understand how to maneuver. Okay, now, not with eye service as men pleasers, but as servants of Christ, doing the will of God from the heart, with goodwill, doing service as unto the Lord and not unto men. This is my point here. Knowing that whatsoever good thing any man doeth, the same shall receive the Lord, whether he be a bond offering. Why am I saying it to you? There's a reward attached to it. It's a reward attached to it. Okay? And you masters do the same things unto them, forbearing, threatening, knowing that your masters also is in heaven, neither is there respect of persons with him. Go over to 1 Peter 2. Verse 18. Servants, be subject to your masters. Now, this is a different word for servant here. So sometimes you gotta go back and look at these things, okay? All right? Because the ideology behind this is not the ideology that we see with the Western form of slavery. You have to understand that, okay? Servants, be subject to your masters with all fear, not only to the good and gentle, but also to the froward. Now you gotta sit and think about that. Huh? Some of us, you cannot handle somebody over you, right, that you know is wicked. First of all, I want you to understand this. Rarely do rules and regulations affect righteous people because I'm here to follow orders. I was in a situation before where some laws came down, and a group of us had to change the way we were doing things. And this was when he ministered some of these things. It was over 20 years ago. Over 15 years ago, he ministered to and stuff. He said, righteous people don't have no problem with rules. Just change. Just make the adjustment. It ain't about nothing. I mean, everybody was griping. Why we got to do this? Why we got to do that? Why we got to do that? You ain't running it. They are. You know what happens? This is what happens. Let me share something with you. You start to find something out that when you got to run something, I don't care what it is, you understand, you got to make decisions that those who run it do not understand. They do, because they not running it. And so you want to understand it. You're a parent. It's no way your child understands all the decisions you got to make. It's no way at all. And you know what they're going to do? They're going to gripe about it. Huh? Sometimes in parenting, you stop being a parent when you give into the griping. You see what I'm saying? You got to know how to deal with some of these things. Okay? Are you with me so far? Servants, be subject to your masters with all fear, not only to the good and gentle, but also to the froward. I'm not saying you go and serve them doing something wicked. See, people take this out of context. I'm not saying go do nothing wicked. No. If somebody actually do something wrong, you got a right to stand and say, no, I'm not doing nothing wrong. Why? It's against righteousness. But if you're telling me to do something within the confines of what I'm doing, and I don't like it, I just don't like it, but I got to do it though. You see what I'm saying here? For this is thankworthy if a man for conscience towards God endure grief, suffering wrongfully. For what glory is it if, when you be buffeted for your faults, you should take it patiently? But if, when you do well and suffer for it, you take it patiently, this is acceptable with God. Huh? Now, you may have a problem with wearing a mask. I mean, a mask get on my nerves. But if I'm in somebody's facility that requires a mask, put the mask on. If I'm in somebody's facility that requires it, I'm going to put it on. Do I want to? No, I don't like the mask. Huh? Can you see what I'm saying here? It's part of this package, ain't it? Huh? You know, it deals with something on the inside of you. Compliance. Instead of defiance. You got to make sure, you got to watch did you deal with the fact that you are defiant on the inside? Did you deal with it? Wow. Huh? So you gotta monitor some of these things and stuff. Why? Why? Because the enemy will use your defiance because he don't want you to be compliant with God. He'll use your defiance on your job for you not to be compliant with God. And you ain't paying attention, you're gonna find out that's how he got in right there. Huh? Because you develop that pattern of being defiant. If you ever notice, you get on the job, you ever notice the spirit of the air is that those who work are always against those who run it. Always. It's just part, it's in the air. It's in the air. It's in the air. It's in the air. You got to stay in your ground. See, you got to stay in your ground, although you're still a worker, and you got a fellowship with those who are defiant. You got to stay in your ground. This is righteousness. Huh? No. I'm cool. You ever see? I don't know if you ever been to a place where you see people standing by the clock, the timeout clock. Now I'm gonna get this extra 15. I mean, you got to look and see what some of these things is and stuff like that. No, hey, doom, I'm going. I get with you and stuff like that. They look at you like you're crazy and stuff. They looked at me and said, man, you ain't gonna get that 15. You ain't gonna get that. Dope. No, I'm out. You can have that 15. You ain't about nothing. What that gonna do and stuff? No, that's gonna add up to what? Come on, are you serious? Huh? I got to keep my integrity in my righteousness. I got some things that somebody else is watching bigger than that clock. Huh? You need to understand some of these things. Why? You gonna get tested. Remember, I told you this. You in full-time ministry. Can you see them? We all work somewhere. We all minister somewhere. Can you see what I'm saying here? You got to take it with you. All right? So they can understand what this is really hitting for. Why? So people can see everybody don't function the same. Can you see what I'm saying here? No, I ain't got to be mad. You come to work, you get paid, and you mad. You're not working and you mad. Huh? You go fill out some applications and you mad. Huh? So why would I jump on your bandwagon and be mad? Huh? I thank God for this employment. Can you see how sometimes it's real easy for us to get caught up in some of these things? Good. Let me finish with some of this here. Okay. Now, you ain't got to turn there. Let me just read this to you. Wherefore, sin we also compass about with so great a cloud of witnesses. Let us lay aside every weight and sin which do easily beset us, and let us run with patience or endurance the race that's set before us. How do you do that? Looking unto Jesus. Understand the new covenant. The new covenant, the regenerated heart, has the ability, right, to see Jesus in his glorified form. Okay? Now, here's what I want you to understand. Take the time out for these things. Are you seeing the race that's set before you? Are you seeing it on the inside? Okay? Put it to you another way. Are you seeing the reward of getting through the stuff you have to get through, or getting through the obstacles you have to get? Are you seeing the reward? Okay? For the joy set before him. See, you got something set before you too. But I want you to see first that he did it first, so you can understand how you need to do it. Huh? Are you functioning from your inner map? Huh? Do you see what I'm saying here? That go through stages. Remember, it's destination person, not destination place. Huh? This way, when you look on your map, you ain't got to see the end of my map is heaven. Now, where you get that from? Huh? Heaven is another stage you're going into. It's not the end. See, this is where we get, once I get to heaven, that's it. Now, where you get that from? Huh? That's it once you get there. No, it's the beginning of another stage. It's the end of your life here and the beginning of your life there. Huh? Like when I get there, that's it. That's it. I'm just chilling. That's it. I ain't got to do nothing else. That's it. Like that's what they doing now in heaven. Nothing. They just sitting back there. Ain't nobody doing nothing, man. This is it. This was it, man. What we doing? We just walking in a holy circle. Be surprised. You'd be surprised. You'd be surprised. You'd be surprised how we think about these things. Go to Hebrews 11:24. That's it. It's real corny up. See, for some people, it's real corny up there. Huh? We ain't gonna be doing nothing but praising God. That's it. Might as well have all the sinful fun down here now. Hebrews 11:24. Okay. By faith, Moses. Okay. When you see faith, what do you put in front of it? Okay. Now, when it said by faith, okay, let me just throw some stuff in here to help us out. Okay. Because faith is preparation and training. Faith has opponents and obstacles. Okay. Faith has rewards and prizes. By faith, Moses. Now, let me just throw this out here, just for our understanding. Moses got an inward map. Now, I want you to see what Moses is really looking at on his map, because it's going to tell you what Moses is looking at. Okay? But I want you to watch him real good. Okay? Now, by faith, Moses, okay, when he was come to years, did what? Refused, okay? Refused to be called the son of Pharaoh's daughter. Now, what's the opponent here? See, it's an opponent here. That's what, see, he refused something here. What did he refuse? I can't hear you. A title. Good. Keep coming. You're right. But what? Okay, let's stick the title. Okay. Okay. What did he refuse? What title? Okay. The son. What comes with that? See, what comes with that? I say title, but let me get it. He has an identity with that, doesn't he? Huh? So you got to understand that identity got, that's a very influential, identity there to be called the son when they're running everything. The Egyptians is running everything. And I'm on the side that's running everything. And now I got to refuse it. You see the opponent? What are they? Competing images. See, that's why some of us, listen to me well, you still ain't get your identity right because you still stuck to Egypt. Yeah, you got an identity crisis going on. Why? Because you still influenced. You still stuck to Egypt. You ain't refused it yet. That's when you start being competitive. What? Why? Because it's going to keep coming. It's going to keep coming. And you're going to have to learn how to do what? Refuse it. Deny it. Okay? Now, by faith, Moses. Now, let me just throw this out here. How was Moses able to refuse it? Okay, faith is the substance of things hoped for, right? What would you call hope? Let me just. Okay, there it is. He got a map, don't he? Now, watch. He got a map, right? Now, if he choose to still be the son of Pharaoh's daughter, what does that do to him on his route? Change it? Did I hear change it? You're not wrong. You're not wrong. I'll give it to you this way. It takes him off of it. Remember, it takes him off course. Remember, he has a map now. That's why I'm saying it so you can understand. So you got to see, hold on. If he don't refuse that, it's taking him off course. If he don't refuse it. You see what I'm saying? That's why you got to reject it. Why? Because I got to stay on course. I'm able to stay on course because I got a map on the inside. I see where I need to stay at, but I also see, hold on, there's some things influencing me to do what? Get off my map, get off my route, get off my course. Sounds like life, doesn't it? How many things come throughout the day to get you off course? That's what you see. What's going on? So you can bring it now, watch this. Since he refused to be called the son of Pharaoh's daughter, he chose something else. He chose to suffer affliction. And this is where a lot of us, let me say this. This is where you become a coward at. Why? You're afraid to go through. The only reason I'm going through is because it's on my map. The reason I'm going through is because if I don't go through, it's going to take me off my map. The affliction is on my map. And see, this is what happens. Because listen, the fact that you're a Christian, you don't see Christian in affliction on your map. And this is what messes you up, because when you see affliction, you're saying, hold on, something's wrong. No, look at Moses. He chose it. Why? The reason I'm choosing it because I know it's the right thing for me to do. Because I got to choose this affliction rather than be called the son of Pharaoh's daughter. Just check him out, okay? Rather choose to suffer with the people of God than to enjoy the pleasures of sin. Because doesn't that come with staying the son of Pharaoh? Doesn't the pleasures of sin come with me if I don't refuse being the son of Pharaoh's daughter? You're talking about orgies. You're talking about parties. And when he go to the party, he the prince. I just want you to sit and think about that, because doesn't the scripture tells us, right, that when you run your race, it tells you to lay aside every weight and what? Sin. Well, he got to strive against this. He got to go against it as well. This is a race. You see, esteeming the reproach of Christ greater riches than the treasures in Egypt. For he had recompense of the reward, or he was looking forward to the reward. But he forsook Egypt, not fearing the wrath of the king, for he endured. Look, there go the weapon, isn't it? There go the weapon. He endured how? Seeing who? Well, who's that? That's why I'm saying it to you, so you can understand. Look at this. He was looking at Jesus. When he was looking at Jesus, he was looking at the reward. When he was looking at Jesus, he was looking at head. What did it do? It stabilized him to do what? To refuse and choose to suffer affliction and to endure. Look at everything he did as he was looking at Jesus. So you can understand how much strength, durability, how much decision making, the right decisions come by looking at Jesus, looking at him who is invisible. Look at what comes from that. Now, you'll really look at it when you understand how powerful Egypt was. So you'll really understand it. Moses was in the middle of it. And he was able to deny that, because you got to look and see how he weighed that on the inside. The stuff in Jesus, he weighed it as more than the stuff in Egypt. I'm saying this because on your route, listen to me well. This is necessary. Now, you know where people falter at right here? This is where they falter at, because they try to serve both gods. And it don't work. Let me show you exactly how to get your map. Let me show you exactly how to get the inner image. Because you're going to have to fight to get it. Because the enemy know if you get it, you're going to be stable. The enemy know that. Don't think he don't know. Don't think your opponent don't know that when you get stable, I mean, it's nothing like it. Imagine you not moving. Imagine you staying on course despite what wind blow. Huh? Despite what storm come, you ain't move. Imagine that. That's us. That's how it's set up. You see what I'm saying here? But every time you turn around, we getting tossed to and fro. Why? You ain't anchored. Let me show you how to get it. John 14:21. John 14:21. He that has my commandments and keep them, he it is that love me. He that love me should be loved of my Father, and I will love him, will manifest myself to him. Okay? Or I'm going to give him his map. Who got the map? Who got the map? I'm going to read it again. Verse 21, John 14. He that has my commandments and keep them, he it is that love me. He that love me should be loved of my Father, and I will love him, and I will manifest myself. Who got the map? Who got it? The ones who what? Keeping his commandments. Who are those that keep his commandments? Those. This is how you know who got the map. Those who love him. Huh? He said, you said, hold on, I ain't got the map. Okay, cool. Well, now you know how to get it. Huh? Notice. It's those who have his commands and keep them. Now you can find out. Hold on. I see why I ain't got it. Why? Because I know what he's saying. I'm just ain't keeping it. Well, what makes you think he's going to give you the map then? Huh? Judas said unto him, not Israel, Lord, how is it that you will manifest yourself to us and not the world? Stop thinking the world got the map. Just because the world have material things doesn't mean that they have the map. This is where a lot of us get confused. Because you think they have resources, you think they got the map. They must have something because they got this. Oh, really? Well, you know that on a small scale that ain't right. Because you know you've had things on a small scale and you were still miserable. Huh? Don't think just because they're on a big scale that these things don't exist. No, look at it on a small scale. Right there. You can measure it right there. Boom. No, we got the map. Look what he says. If a man love me, he will keep my words. How do you love God? Let me ask you that question. How do you love him? If you go back and look at that word keep, it really means to keep your eyes on it. That's what it really means, to keep your eyes on it. If you really go back and look at it, keep your eyes on it. Huh? If a man love me, he will keep my words, and my Father will love him, and we will come unto him, and we will make our abode with him. He that loves me not keeps not my sayings. Did he not make that simple? Did he not? See, listen, sometimes we want to make things complicated. No, do you love him or not, man? Because if you love him, you're going to keep what he's saying. Huh? Can you see what I'm saying here? Now, your inner image, your inner map, you're going to have to work to get it. I don't want you to sit up here and think, no, you're going to have to work to get it. What's the work? The work is keeping what he say to you, to keeping what he ministers. That's the work. Keeping his command, keeping the word he ministers to you. That's the work. You don't have to manufacture it. Why? Because he said, when you do it, I'm going to manifest myself to you. You don't have to try to manifest it. You know what the issue is? You know what the issue is? You don't know what word to keep. Why? Because your own personal relationship with him, your own study time is scattered. Why? Because you're not really looking at what you need to be doing right now, the food that's convenient for you. Some of us, you know you're struggling with unforgiveness, but you will not study it. You know you struggle with patience, but you won't study it. You'll look at everything else. You know you struggling with lusting of the eyes or lusting. You know you struggling, but you won't touch it. When you won't study it. Somehow, some magical way you think it's just gonna disappear. Huh? And it ain't. You don't want to go look at it for what? So he can deal with you about these things. No, listen. That's why I said it to you, because I had an individual call me, and I said it before. I had an individual call me. It was a young lady. She called me up and she was like, yo, I don't know if you ever studied the word touch in the Bible, but the word touch means, oh my goodness. I was like, word. She breaking this stuff down from the old to the new. She giving me words and all this stuff. It's like, cool. I was like, well, hold on. What you dealing with in your life? She said, I'm dealing with finances. So you're touching the wrong thing, sis. You need to be touching that word on that money. You're struggling with finances, but you're studying touch. For what? For what? What is touch going to help you with when it comes to your fun? Because you know why? Somehow you think indirectly, he's going to do it, and you ain't got to go and look at these things to find out and get the light on the things you need to be keeping when it comes to your finances. Because the truth is, you don't want to deal with it. No, you got to learn how to get in there and deal with it. It's part of this package. Okay? Now, hope gives you joy for your future. Stabilize your present and erase your past. Okay? Let me give you something else in there so you can understand what it does. It strengthens you to lay aside every weight and sin which easily besets you. Because you got to be stable. You got to be stable to deal with some of the stuff that's in your life. And the reason why a lot of stuff ain't going nowhere is because you ain't do the work to get stable. What we try to do is we try to deal with everything and then become stable. Why don't you get anchored first and watch the strength that comes so you can deal with everything? Huh? You'll be surprised when you get stable how strong you are to deal with the wind that's blowing. Huh? You see what I'm saying here? You trying to deal with the wind and you ain't dropped the anchor. Now, let me ask you this question, okay? Let me ask you this question. If you get off course, because you are, just to let you know, you're going to get off course at one point or another. It's part of this package. Here's my thing. If you get off course, how do you get back on? Okay, I'm not disagreeing. Okay. Be obedient. Okay. A little bit more. Keep coming. I'm not disagreeing. Huh? Okay, stay connected. Okay. Who? Run your race. Okay. Your eye on Jesus. Okay. Say it again. Repent. Look. See, I want you to understand. I want you to understand something. Okay? The way the system is built, the way the system is set up. The system is set up for you to keep shooting. I don't care what the system is set up for you to keep shooting. Let me help my women out. The system is set up for you to keep shopping. You ever notice the energy you get when it comes time to shop? Huh? You ever notice that? Huh? You ever notice you can be feeling pain in your shoes, but you ain't done shopping? Huh? You see what I'm saying here? Now, listen to me so you can understand something. The way the system is set up is this. When you get off course, and he lets you know you're off course, it's, Father, forgive me for my sins. Give me grace to help to get back on course. Don't make that a week-long event. That's not a month. That's right there. Can you see what I'm saying here? Huh? I'm athletic, so when I run rock, it keeps shooting. You see what I'm saying here? I'm saying this to you so you can understand the mentality you need to have as a believer athlete. You're going to make mistakes, but you got to understand the way the system is set up. Why am I saying it to you? There's nothing like being on a team and being around people when you make a mistake, they say, listen, don't sweat it, let's keep going. Now, if you play basketball with me, you will understand one of these things too. When you're on a team and you shoot and you ain't hitting, and your teammates say, yo, keep shooting, don't worry about it. Ain't nothing like it. Ain't nothing like it. Yo, keep shooting. Huh? You got to do what? You got to get out your head. Huh? Because the ball coming, and what you got to do? Huh? You see what I'm saying here? You can't be hesitant now. Huh? No, what? You got to understand how the system's set up for us. Huh? Because some of us, what happens is this. This is what happens. He lets you know you're off course, and now, instead of confessing your sins, you justify your actions. He already let you know on the inside, you are off course. Huh? And immediately the thing, instead of, Father, forgive me, give me the grace I need to get back on course, it's, well, if they ain't do this, or if this would have came at this time, I really would have did that. No. No, the check ain't come. The check ain't come. Huh? The money ain't come. Huh? That don't mean you had to go and do that. Huh? Because you'd be surprised the things we do when the money don't come. Huh? You see what I'm saying here? No, I'm just saying so you can understand how you know what? That's me. I shouldn't have did that. Father, forgive me for my sins. Give me the grace I need so I can get back on course. You know you got to go find it, though. It's right there in Jesus Christ. 9 times out of 10, He's going to minister it right to you. He wants you to grab it right there. Huh? Now. Didn't that lady that got caught in adultery, didn't they bring her before Jesus? She got caught in the very act, didn't she? Huh? What did He say to her? Well, where's your accusers at? Where are those who condemn you? She said, ain't nobody. He said, well, I'm not going to condemn you more. But what He said, don't go and sin no more. Let's keep it moving. You gotta learn. You gotta learn some of this athletically because you got a race to run. You see what I'm saying here? And you can't sit there and you ain't got a week to waste. Huh? No, you got to keep running. Huh? The system is set up for you to do what? For you to keep running. You see what I'm saying here? And for some of us, even if you're injured. Huh? That's even if you're injured now. Huh? You see what I'm saying here? Okay? I'm just trying to let you know with some of this stuff because some of us, we want to use our injuries as excuses. Can you see what I'm saying here? I'm not talking about physical injuries. Huh? I'm talking about the bruising. Huh? The broken hearts. Huh? The confusion. Huh? I'm talking about those things. Can you see what I'm saying here? Okay? Now, we got a couple more minutes. I'm going to give you 2 things. Got a couple more minutes. Okay. A couple more minutes. Now, to run. Okay? He says, run with patience. Okay? To run. Let me give you something simple when it says run. When it says run, when it says walk, when it says walk in the Spirit, when it says walk by faith, let me give you something simple so you can understand what he's saying. He's saying obey the truth. Just keep it simple. Obey the truth. Okay? Obey the truth. Okay? Go to Galatians 5. Go to Galatians 5, verse 1. Obey the truth. Galatians 5, verse 1. When you have it, say amen. Okay, now. Stand fast, therefore, in the liberty where Christ has made us free, and be not entangled again with the yoke of bondage. Behold, I, Paul, say unto you, if you be circumcised, Christ shall profit you nothing. For I testify again to every man that is circumcised that he's a debtor to do the whole law. Christ has become of no effect unto you. Whoever you are trying to be justified by the law, you are falling from grace. For we, through the Spirit, wait or expect fully for the hope of righteousness, okay, by faith. Or we expect fully, since we are competing the right way on the inside, we're expecting the reward. For in Jesus Christ did the circumcision avails anything, nor uncircumcision, but faith which works by what? Hope. What's love? Oh, the same rocket science. That's how faith works. Huh? See, you see how when it say faith, you know you're going to have to obey something. When it says faith, you're going to have to follow orders. That's what, just don't think that is just, okay, I'm receiving what he's saying, but I ain't got to do nothing. No. In order for it to work, you're going to have to follow instructions. What instructions? The ones you received. See? The ones you received for you. You see what I'm saying here? Okay? All right? You did run well. Can you see that there? You did run well. Who did hinder you that you should not do what? Obey the truth. Huh? You need to go back and look at that for yourself. Because why? You need to see what's hindering me. What keep getting in my way? Huh? See, because he said, listen, you did run well. Huh? You did. Huh? You see what I'm saying here? You started off real good. Huh? With saving money. But what got in your way? Huh? You started off well being single. Huh? Father, I ain't messing with nobody. Huh? You started off well. Huh? Who hindered you? Huh? Who called you up? Huh? Who texted you? Huh? Can you see what I'm saying? See, you gotta really find out what hinders you. Huh? Can you see what I'm saying here? Was it a disappointment? See, this is where you start to find out when you start to figure out, hold on, I cannot let this get in the way no more. Why? Because this thing keep getting in my way. Huh? I was running well. Huh? Now don't blame them. See, don't blame the thing. No, it's you who got off course. You stopped obeying the truth. Huh? He says this persuasion, this influence, huh? Don't get frustrated because they got you again. Shucks. Huh? You get mad at this is part of huh? You get mad at yourself, you get mad at that's part of huh? This persuasion, they got you. Huh? The enemy used this stuff to get you again. You got to learn how to do what? Father, forgive me for my sins and give me the grace to get back. You got to keep shooting. You got to get, see, because this is going to happen, but it's part of you understanding. This is why I need to learn how to pull my weapons out, okay? This persuasion cometh not from him that called you. A little leaven. A little bit of it. Huh? A little bit of it. Huh? You know how many times when it came to me to stop getting high, you know how many times I failed? Huh? I go back and see the little things. I'm upstairs studying. I'm reading the Bible, trying to get the stuff. Here come Boz. Miss Sign. Mom. Where Vaps at? Vaps, take this walk with me. Where you going? I'm just going over here to talk to my mom real fast. I want you to walk with me real fast. All right, no problem, Boz. I walk with you and stuff. Oh, I'm gonna stop at Dustland. Oh, ain't put that in there. I thought you were just gonna go see your mom. Huh? Yeah, but you know I gotta no, I didn't know. You didn't, huh? You know how many times you got me with that? Huh? Now, Let me give you these last things to help you out so you don't get confused. Go to 1 John 3:18. 1 John 3:18. 1 John 3:18. Dear children, let us not love with words of speech, but with actions and in truth. This is how we know that we belong to the truth and how we set our hearts at rest in his presence. If our hearts condemn us, we know that God is greater than our hearts and he knows everything. So if God is letting you know something's wrong, trust that he knows something's wrong. Let's fix it. However, if your heart do not condemn you, then you have confidence towards God. We good now. Can you see how you need to get used to what's going on? Where at? In your heart? And receive from him anything we ask, because we keep his commandments and do what pleases him. And this is the commandment, to believe in the name of his son Jesus Christ and love one another as he had commanded us. The one who keeps his commandments lives in him and he in them. And this is how we know that he lives in us. We know it by the spirit in which he gave us. Okay? Now, I'm done, but I want to give you this too. Make sure you activate your weapons. Specifically, as the believer athlete, you bring that endurance out. Okay? Especially when you're up against obstacles, hurdles, and different things. Bring that endurance out so you can do what? So you can get through it, overcome it, because you want to get to the prize. Father, we just come to you right now. Thank you for your word. We thank you for your son and all that he represents, being a lamb that was slain before the foundations of the world, being the brightness of your glory and expressions of your person. We yield to your spirit that will enlighten us to your truth, that we would not just be hearers of your word, but doers of your word also. In Jesus' name, amen. It probably was the NIV. Y'all, what's up, little man? You good? You put in the box. You what? Where you went at? Oh, you was up at Croc Center on Hunting Park? It's different, huh? Okay, word.
I still was doing me. I'm getting back.
No, I feel you. I feel you. Uh-huh.
Then when it worked out after running them games.
Oh, you was hype.
Yeah, I feel like it's missing something. Yeah.
You ain't gotta tell me. I know exactly how you feel. Yeah. We good. We good.
Good to see you, man.
All right. Hey, give me a pound. You got your donuts? Look at spot. Yeah, you put it in there. You put it in there, right? You good? All right, sweetie. You take it easy, all right? No. You cool. You cool. Juan is helping other churches with preaching and stuff like that. Him and Zamir and stuff like that. You cool. Adding them help too sometimes and stuff. So, but this is it basically and stuff. Then when Juan come, a couple more people come. So it's all great. You cool. This is the best time to come.
I actually think I was a little nervous that anyone would ask me questions about
Ain't nobody gonna listen. Anybody ask you anything, you say you let me know. It's up to mind their business. Anybody,
I see my aunt is next door, so I see Samir.
Uh-huh.
I said, how you been doing? I've been trying to go back. I just been doing my schedule. I just finished school. I have more more leeway to kind of hang out and
we Thursday nights at 7, today at 11. We also online. Got all the online stuff. Okay, we on you got Facebook? Christ in the Church. Just go to Christ in the Church and stuff, and YouTube. Christ in the Church and stuff like that. So as soon as you go, it looked like this though on YouTube. Look, so you can see it when you go on YouTube.
Okay,
Look, right there.
All right, no problem.
So I think that's the day.
Yes.
So you
That's
go on
cool.
YouTube,
Yeah,
you go on
it's a
YouTube
difference.
and stuff like that. Boom. So, but my thing is, if you can get here, if you get here, you get here and stuff like that. But you got stuff to listen to throughout the week.
Yes.
Tons of stuff on there.
Yeah, because I follow. Have you ever heard of Mike Todd, the pastor?
I know Mike Todd. Yeah,
I
yeah.
follow him, and he going. He moving me a lot to school and everything.
Good.
I follow him whenever I don't go. I was not going to church. I follow him and watch him.
Cool.
He's really good. I said, "He's out there. Stop. He's out back."
Just so you know, it's available for you. All right.
Yes.
All right.
No problem.
Bet.
I'll be here Sunday.
All right. Good. Hey, what was your name again?
Sonia.
Sonia. That's I almost see. I
No, it's okay. It's okay. You like,
I
listen,
forgot
listen,
Montrez and Sonia.
That's all you remember me, Montrez.
But I knew who you. I just forgot your name. That's why when you first, I already knew who you was.
Yeah.
I just forgot your name. I said, okay, cool. Sonia. Okay, good.
Very simple. I see you have a blessful day.
All right. All right, you too.
No, we have two. Both of us will be there. I got my but you didn't need no more candy. You can't get all the candy that's no more candy.
All right. All right.